5 things to avoid if you want to become rich. What's up, guys? Welcome back to MoneyCademy. Have you been reading every business book, also watched every rise and grind video, even have motivational quotes as your phone wallpaper, and still you are broke? Why? Because here's the hard truth. Most won't say out loud. Success isn't just about what you do, it's about what you stop doing. The habits you defend are the ones that destroy you. And these 5 habits that you've been defending, and they all need to go out of your life if you want to become rich and successful. Because offense gets attention, but defense? That's what builds empires. Floyd Mayweather didn't become undefeated by throwing the most punches, he became a legend by avoiding them. So in this video, I'll tell you 5 things to avoid if you want to become rich and successful in life. Without any further ado, let's start with the first habit, and it's one that poisons more potential than any bad idea ever could. Number 1, drinking. Alcohol isn't just a party trick, it's a handbrake on your mind. Every time it goes in, precision goes out. Focus slips, discipline cracks, that razor-sharp instinct, numbered, and the worst part, most don't even notice it happening. There's this myth that a drink here and there is harmless. But imagine 2 people waking up tomorrow, one's fully clear, the other's dragging fog through their bloodstream. Who's moving faster? Who's thinking sharper? Multiply that by 100 days, 1,000. That's not just a mood difference, that's life trajectory. Especially in your 20s, when your energy and brain power are your top assets, alcohol becomes less of a social tool and more of a straight-up liability. While some are up at 5 a.m. building something, others are wasting mornings recovering from nights they can't even fully remember. And yeah, sounds harsh, but it's real. You can't say you're grinding for greatness and also chugging poison that slows the grind down. That's like putting jet fuel in a tank and slashing the tires. And financially, it adds up. That bar tab you forgot about, that's part of someone else's retirement plan now. No, this isn't about being some monk. It's about picking a lane. Either build the life or escape from it, not both. Because when the bag finally comes, there'll be time for high-end wine and overpriced whiskey if that's your vibe. But until then, clubbing every weekend and sipping shots doesn't make anyone a boss. It makes them broke with a buzz. Let's talk about the second trap, a subtle one, but just as deadly. Number 2, chasing women too early. Look, real talk, timing matters. And for guys in their 20s, chasing relationships like it's a sport is one of the fastest ways to lose years you'll wish you had back. Not saying don't talk to women. This isn't about avoiding human connection. But seriously, trying to build a mansion while dating like it's Tinder Olympics, that's a recipe for burnout. Because while you're paying for dinners, texting all day, and stressing over where it's going, someone else is locked in, grinding, building, reaching. Here's what most won't admit. The version of yourself that can attract your dream partner probably doesn't even exist yet. That version is still in development. So why settle now just to say you have someone? Why not become the man who doesn't need to chase because the right ones come to find him? Too many waste prime years juggling dating drama and wondering why their bank account won't grow. It's simple. Energy is finite. Every hour spent impressing someone else could have been used investing in becoming someone impressive. And yeah, it sounds savage, but it's true. The glow-up hits different when it's quiet, intentional, and focused. Because when the foundation is rock solid, choosing a partner isn't a distraction, it's a bonus. Until then, lock in. Don't slip. Building. Now here's where most start to crack. They do cut back on drinking. They chill with dating, but they fall into the next trap like it's a TikTok trend. Number 3, keeping up appearances. Here's the setup. Instagram flexes, luxury trips, $800 sneakers, and a leased car with a payment plan longer than a student loan. All of it curated for one goal: look successful. Be seen, get clout. But behind the filter, debt, anxiety, no actual progress. It's the illusion of wealth without the security of it, like taping fake money to a wallet and pretending you're balling. and it's scary easy to fall for, because online, everyone seems rich. Everyone's in Dubai. Everyone's eating at Salt Bay's overpriced steakhouse. But if you zoom in, most of it's financed, borrowed, or photoshopped. What's worse, this habit delays actual success. Every dollar spent on flexing is a dollar not compounding. Every hour chasing fake status is an hour not learning, building, or stacking. The truth is, real wealth is invisible. The loudest ones usually have the least. Quiet money moves different. It doesn't need validation. It doesn't beg for likes. It just works. So yeah, it's tempting to keep up. But here's a hack. Don't. Let everyone else burn money trying to impress strangers they'll never meet. Meanwhile, you stack in silence. Then one day, you're not pretending anymore. Let's keep moving. The fourth habit is one that kills potential before it ever becomes profit. Number 4, working just for money. It sounds backwards, right? Everyone's chasing the bag. But here's what separates those who make a living from those who build legacy: intent. See, there are 2 paths. Path A, take a high-paying job that feels safe. Clock in, clock out, stack some cash, seems smart at first, but eventually, ceiling. Then there's path B, start lower. Maybe struggle for a bit, but you're learning rare skills, you're building leverage, you're gaining equity, even if it's just in your own ability. Guess which one scales? Every self-made millionaire knew this trade-off. They chose skills over security, and now they don't work for money. Money works for them. Because here's the game, skills don't get laid off. Equity doesn't shrink in recessions. Ownership is freedom, and freedom is the real flex. So yeah, that cushy job might feel good now, but if it isn't building you into something better, you're not working, you're stuck. Don't get trapped by paychecks. Aim for power. Now the 5th habit, the sneaky one, the ego trap. Number 5, being ego-driven. Nothing blinds progress like believing you're already ahead. That voice that says, "I already know this," is the same one that blocks growth every time. Ego says there's nothing left to learn, that only amateurs need advice. That feedback is disrespect. But here's the plot twist. The most successful people stay students. They ask dumb questions. They take notes. They adapt. Not because they're clueless, but because they're smart enough to know they're not done. Ego-driven people, they skip the details. They chase results without respecting the process. They want the yacht without knowing how to swim. And let's keep it real, some don't even realize it. They confuse arrogance with confidence. But the difference is simple. Confidence listens. Ego talks. That's why progress stalls. That's why the same person grinding for years still hasn't leveled up. Because every lesson was rejected before it had a chance to land. Real growth starts when ego shuts up, when curiosity takes the wheel, when you stop performing and start absorbing. And don't get it twisted, this isn't about being humble for the optics. It's about being hungry enough to know that there's always another level. Success isn't loud, it doesn't flex, it doesn't assume, it just builds. Quietly, daily, without needing applause. So let's zoom out. These 5 habits, they aren't just bad behaviors. They're anchors. They drag down momentum, drain time, eat potential, remove them, and the engine clears. The mind sharpens. The climb gets smoother. This isn't a quick hustle. It's a long game. 10 years, maybe more. But the results? They stick. Because once the distractions are gone, the noise fades. What's left is focus. And focus wins. There's no cheat code, no shortcut, but there's power in subtraction, in saying no, in walking away from what looks good and chasing what is good. Every empire starts with clarity, and clarity starts when the nonsense ends. So if the goal is real wealth, real freedom, real peace, you already know where to begin. Cut the habits, keep the vision, the future's watching, and it's waiting for the version of you that left the noise behind. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. And if you're serious about building something that prints income while you sleep, then the next step is clear. There's a channel out there pulling in $20,000 a month, and I studied it, cloned it, and broke down every move they made. So watch this next video where I walk you through the exact steps so you can build your own from scratch, even if you're starting at 0. Until then, I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.